Hello, welcome to a new episode. Today on my cyber secret series, we welcome you once again to our YouTube channel MTS World, and we appreciate your support so far by subscribing to our page. Today is a new video, and we are giving you a new update on our cyber secret series. And today we are going to discuss another important topic in web technology. So stay with us and don't go away. And if this video is valuable, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates to support your business, organization, and personal self. As we promised the other time, we promised to feature other businesses on this platform for free. And today, our featured personality or business or brand is Papa Polo. Papa Polo, Papa Polo, Papa Polo sells all brands of polo brands, being polo long sleeve shirt, polo club tees, polo watches, perfumes, car keys, laptop, horse, leather bags, backpacks, side bags, waist bag, jeans, spectacles, leathers and woven belts, official plain long sleeves, hoodies, slides, leather shoes. Papa Polo sell all this brand, and the interesting thing is Papa Polo has the original brands. He has original brands, and I wear Papa Polo. However, this video you will see my top is from Papa Polo. I bought it from Papa Polo, and Papa Polo delivered items nationwide. Wherever you are, Papa Polo can deliver your items to you. And within Accra is the same day delivery, but outside Accra can be 2 days or 3 days depending on your location. So call Papa Polo on 05013555592. That's the number there. You can call or WhatsApp him on this number. You can also call him on 05534204551. And you can reach him on Instagram. Papa dash Apollo is pap dash Apollo. Yes, pap dash Apollo. PAP underscore pap underscore Apollo. PAP underscore APOLO. That is his IG account, and Facebook too the same, pap underscore Apollo. Connect with Papa Polo for quality brands. Wear quality, and smell good. And this can be done by connecting to Papa Polo, and Papa Polo will give you all this at affordable prices too. So contact Papa Polo. The CEO is Israel Oklo. Yeah, Israel Oklo, and contact him for all your brands. Good. So we're still on the move to support community and business. So you can still send your brands or your business to our WhatsApp number 0243343295 to feature you on our videos. Thank you. So call Papa Polo for quality brands, polo, original polo, and quality watches and perfumes. Today, as I said, today our discussion, and our update, we are going to discuss. I'm wearing Papa Polo. My shirt is Papa Polo from Papa Polo. We are going to discuss one important topic in web technologies, and we are going to talk about domains and hosting. Domains and web hosting. When you say domain and web hosting, what are we trying to communicate? How do you understand it, and how will you buy one? What goes into it? What are you supposed to do before you purchase a domain or web hosting, and what at all is web hosting or domain? So stay with us and don't go away. Share our videos, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for updates like this. And don't forget also to connect to Papa Polo for quality polo brands, for quality watches, perfume, bags for both sexes, and Papa Polo will serve you. As I said, it's a nationwide delivery service, and within Accra is same delivery for Papa Polo. So today let's move on to our topic today, so that we can discuss as fast as possible. So we are going to talk about web hosting. Web hosting. We are going to discuss web hosting, and Today on our topic, we are seeing what are domains and hosting in web development. Okay, let's move on first. Lee, hosting, hosting. When you say domain is a lazy and human readable word like MTS. Sorry, that directs people to specific website files through a browser. What we are trying to communicate is hosting. When I say this is my hosting, we are talking about the the name given to you, the business name. So if I have a website, and remember that what we are talking about is linked to website. That is about website. So when someone say, okay, this is my website, and I want you to visit my website, what do the person give you? What the person gives you is the domain name of the site, and the domain is a human readable word, which means that you can read. So something like mts.com is a domain. When you talk about domain, they are human readable words that direct people to specific website files through a browser. So if I'm visiting my website, I give you mts.com, that is my domain, and that one directs you to my website through the browser that you are using. So the domain name is an address on the internet. So when you do computer networking, we have we have what you call IP address. The IP address, Internet Protocol addresses, they are like your house numbers, the house number or street name. So what IP address does is it directs the user. It is the user direct to the specific address or the specific place or where the person want to reach. So if you have a house number and I want to come to the house, I need a house number. I don't need your name, because if I tell you go to this house and ask for Kwesi, and you get to the house and there are three Kwesis there, which one are you looking for? But if I give you my house number, you will definitely get to the house and you will know this is the house. So when you get to the area, ask if I'm looking for Kwesi's house and there are 1,000 Kwesi's house around there, how can you locate the Kwesi you are looking for? So your house number will give the person the right address. So domain is the right address for a business on the internet. So if you want to register your business on the internet by having a website, the domain is the right address. Say that if I give you mts.com and you visit it, you will definitely get to MTS website. That is, a domain does not do anything on its own. Registration provides you the right to point your domain wherever you want. What you should know is the fact that you have a domain doesn't mean that you have a website. And the fact that you've registered a domain doesn't mean that people can just visit your domain on the internet. When you register a domain, it doesn't work on its own. That is why we are going to discuss the hosting and the domain. So when you get to the domain, you understand how domain can be accessed on the internet. So domain, what you should know, domain don't work on it. So don't just register a domain and think that you have a website. No, you have a domain, you don't have a website. Once you have a domain, you don't have a website. And once you have a domain, that doesn't mean people can also access you on the internet. That is what you should know. A domain name is a human readable series of letters that get. So I've explained it. So when the person gets to the internet and he types mts.com, that is the address. So it matches with the IP address, as I said. The IP address also helps to locate the particular files you are looking for on internet without interacting with other files within that server. So every laptop or every system that visits the internet has its own IP address, and every file within a server also has its own IP address, like your house number. So if you're trying to access a file from a server, it routes that particular IP address and aids you to get to that particular file you are looking for. Or the Okay, so this is how domain works. So this is a pictorial example. Let's take this is there is on the map, this is a place. So if Atlanta, I'm looking for Atlanta GA3003. So this is the address, that's the coordinate, the longitude and the latitude that is under them. So this is how I can locate the 22-P Street at Atlanta. The same thing is how domain works. So your domain directs the user to your site without interrupting with other site. That is your domain. We have what you call TLDs, the top level domains. What does it mean? So domain has your company name and the TLDs. The TLDs are the extensions you see on your domain: .com, .org, .net, .gov, .biz, .edu, .africa, .xyz. A lot of TLDs there, over 2,000 TLDs there. So when domain comprises of your name, the name you choose, plus the TLDs, we call top level domains. So when I have a company, say MTS Group, and I want to create a website for it, and I choose mtsgroup.com, the mtsgroup.com consists of my company name, that is the MTS Group, and the .com is the TLDs, the top level domains. I have brought this because I want to explain something. You see, we have .com, .org, .net, .gov, .biz, .edu. I said we have .xyz, .africa, and sometimes we have .com, .gh, .edu, .gh, .com, .ca. What does it mean? The TLDs are top levels, and they are specialized for something. They are not just there like that. So if my domain is .com, if my TLDS is .com, we presume that the company what I have registered is for commercial business. The .com is for commercial. So if I choose .com, it means my company or the website you are visiting, all the services there are for commercial use. So usually that is the motive behind it. So if I choose, technically, if I choose .com, it means my business is for commercial use. If I choose .org, it means my business is an organization like NGO, like non-profitable organizations, any NGO or other stuff that you work on that you don't necessarily use it for commercial business or profit. But now it is acceptable. You can also use .org for commercial. If when the domain you are searching for don't have the .com available, you can use the .org. But in essence, that is the main reason and the original motive behind. .com are for commercial, .org for organizing, .net are for networking business, that those who are working providing network access for internet business, or when your business is within network, like network marketing and other stuff. That's why we use for that .net. That is the main intention behind this TLDS. But now we can use it for different services. But I just want you to know why the .gov are specialized email TLDS. They are used for government organization. So that is why we have Ghana. We have our government addresses, like the governmental assistance organization addresses, like .gov.gh, Nana Adu Dankwa.gov.gh, Ministry of Finance.gov.gh, MOI.gov.gh. So the .gov is for governmental organizations, and normally they are special. They are registered special in a special way. You don't just go and buy .gov. You have to. They have .gov organization that registers there. When you treat out to register a domain, you may treat that. .biz are for showbiz business, for showbiz entertainment. .edu are normally for education. So for the rest, you can decide to use them interchangeably, like .org for .net or for .com. But when you come to .gov, it's for governmental organizations. So you need an approval, you need special requirements to register such domain. When you come to .biz, it's for showbiz business. So because they are cheaper, but you can still use for your business if you think or you are starting a business. But something like .edu cannot be used for any commercial thing than education. If your business, if it's not about education, don't tempt it. Don't tempt it. It's for education. So these are quite TLDs. I can show you. For now, we have about 2,000. We have about 2,000 TLDs, and they are used for specific purposes. So domain names are mainly for convenience and memorability. You don't have to have one, but it makes finding your work much easier. Some can say domain, some can say domain names. They are the same. You are not wrong. So the point is, why should I get a domain if I have my company? Do I need a domain for myself? The reason is, if you have a domain, it's not by force you should have one, but it makes to find your work much easier, because if I visit a website and you give me mtsgroup.com, I know I'm visiting MTS website. It makes it easier. And one thing we should check and look at is, when choosing a domain, make sure you choose a domain that has your company name. If you are choosing initials, make sure that you have sold your initial brand for people to know. So if I'm choosing mts.com, I should make sure that people knows my company to be called MTS. Don't go and choose any name just because you think it's nice, which has nothing, no similarities with your company name. So don't choose names like, because I love www.technology.com, whilst my company is MATLAB Technology Solutions. So if I choose technology.com, it doesn't match side with my company name. People may think that they are going to search about everything technology, but they may not focus more on myself. But if I choose MATLAB Technology Solutions or MTS.com, since the brand MTS have been sold for people to know that company, getting that name is easier. And it's easy to find my work. So that those are the things you should look at. Domain names can have prestige based on neighborhood. Everyone knows. So as it is, when you choose a domain name, it helps you to get a prestige on your company, the industry. So within a neighborhood, the Fifth Avenue in North New York City, or your environment, if there is a road name there, like a street name, if that street name helps to identify and give prestige to that person who owns the street. So within the industry, if you are in technology industry and you have a domain name for your brand, at least it gives you that prestige within that technology industry. So it helps people to identify you, as I said. Domain names are regulated and structured by a central governing entity. So it's secured. It's not one person who is just there managing your domain. They have ICANN, ICANN. Those are the company, the governing entity that regulates domain. So domain is not just managed by one person who can just change it or delete it. No, we have a governing body, so your domains are secured. You can once it's registered, it's acceptable and you can use for business. Domain names are partly determined by country. So as I said earlier, if you register .gov.gh, we believe that the company is in Ghana, so GH is in Ghana. We have .gov.uk, the company is United Kingdom. We have .gov.ca, the company is in Canada. We have .gov, a lot. So depending on the country, that you can determine your domain. And when you say availability, the fact that you want to use mts.com doesn't mean mts.com is available, because if someone also has a company name MTS and he has already been there to register the domain, he may use mts.com. So don't presume that your domain is available. And this goes to those who create stickers and flyers and write a website address whereby they haven't registered the domain. People just play with website address on their flyers and they sell it out, like they distribute flyers with the website. If you don't have a website, don't write website any address on your flyer. And don't presume that you want to create a website so you have mts.com in mind. So now that you are creating a flyer, you are writing it there, so later you go and maybe 1 week time you go and buy that domain. The possibility is someone may buy that domain with the name. So search for the domain and know that that domain is available. Search for the domain and realize it's available before you even, after registration, before you can even launch it on your flyers or stickers going out or your business cards. So don't just play with website or domains. Search whether it's available before you use it. So domains are also registered based on the country or the availability. One thing you should know is domain names cannot be edited after registration. So if you are choosing a domain, you have to be sure that this is what you want to do. And this also goes to businesses that are not registered and they are running business. If your business is not registered and you pick a brand, possibility that before when you go to register, someone might pick your name so that you should change the name is possible. So if today you are using MATLAB Technology Solutions to sell and you've not registered the business, and you create a website for MATLAB Technology Solutions and you made it mts.com, and tomorrow you go to register general and they say, oh, someone has taken MATLAB Technology Solutions, so we can't give it to you, and you register something like IT Solutions or Benji IT Solutions, Nana IT Solutions, you can't come back to edit your previous domain, the mts.com that you registered, until that period is expired and that domain is deleted from the system, because the domain is governed by central body that I told you. We have rules and regulations, so you can't just go in. There's no way you can edit it. So be sure of your company setting registered before you buy a domain, so that you won't change it the next day. Or if okay, you can still maintain the old domain. If now your business is Benji IT Solutions and you've registered mts.com for, you can still maintain it. After 1 year or expiration, you change it to Benji. Minimum year for registration of a domain is 1 year. You can't buy a domain less than a year, so the minimum is a year. You register for 1 year. Good. So let's go to web hosting. These are basic fundamentals I'm giving you. We are not treating detailed about domain and hosting. These are the things you should know. If you're a businessman, these are the things you should know, so that when your developer comes, you can have a lot of discussions and interaction with him to explain more about the business. If you don't know anything about domain and hosting, you may not even get the correct requirements you need for your website. So this tutorial is for just a basic or fundamentals about web hosting and domain. So web hosting is account on your server that hosts your website files. Good. I said earlier that the fact that you have a domain doesn't mean you have a website. So after purchasing a domain or registering a domain, you have to buy what you call hosting. And the hosting too is that thing that hosts your files on the internet. So let's say hosting can be discussed and described as you have a land. So where you have your site is where what you call the hosting. So the hosting helps you to host your files on the internet. It is the hosting that helps you to upload the files. So when you have a domain, you don't have a database. But when you purchase a hosting, that is where you get a server. Within the server, that is where you get a database, and within that database is where you can upload your web files, the files you've created for the website in. And the hosting helps you or helps the user to also access your files from the server. So if your website is not hosted, you don't have internet presence. So to get your site on the internet, that is where you should purchase the hosting. And the hosting is that account that helps your file to be maintained. So in analogy, hosting is a land or a space where your web files live. So if someone goes to the internet and is able to access your file, it's through the hosting that the person is able to access your file. Web hosting and domain registration are frequently paired together. So as I said, when you have a domain, you don't have internet presence, you don't have a website, you have a domain name. But when you get your hosting and you pay for your hosting and you register, that is where you get the internet access. You get internet presence, and that is where people can access that website mts.com on the net. That is where if I have internet access and I have my device, my phone, I can type within my browser and get your website. That is when you have a web hosting is not free. This is very important. Sometimes you see a lot of adverts on the space, free hosting. Web hosting shouldn't be free if we are doing good business. And I will come back to teach the difference and the disadvantage in buying a free hosting. But web hosting is not free. Pay for a hosting. It's not expensive. You can pay for minimum package. If your business, you are a startup, you can pay for minimum packages. Pay for hosting. It's not free. If someone comes to you and say, "Oh, I'll give you free hosting," don't buy it. There are implications attached to that. You can purchase hosting monthly. Hosting is not like domain where the minimum is 1 year. Hosting you can pay monthly, 3 months, quarterly, um, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, depending on your budget. So don't rely on free hosting. Buy. So buying a hosting and a domain. You can buy a hosting and a domain from one company, and it is good. So you can buy them separately, but it is good to buy from one company. The advantage is if I buy hosting and domain from one company, everything I can get the support direct. So the company can give me direct support on my domain and the hosting. But if I buy you can also buy your domain somewhere and come and host it on a hosting account or on a hosting company. It is acceptable. But look here, if there is something about your domain registration on that hosting company, it affects the hosting system, so it affects your website. Say that your hosting company is still working, but your website may not work. If there is anything that affects your hosting system and your domain is also somewhere, it can also affect the site. But the big disadvantage is their support, because if you host your domain here and their support system is not that active and fast, and there is any problem, it always delays you in getting a response. And when there is packages somewhere that those who buy full domain and hosting, you may not get it. But one advantage is you can also enjoy a discount from both companies, whoever is running the promo. So there are disadvantage and advantage, but I prefer you buy from one company. You can buy them separately from different companies, as I said. Check packages before you purchase. So when you talk about packages, when you buy in a hosting to host your website, there are packages. There are minimum packages, maximum, pro, and other stuff. Every package comes with the requirements in. So depending on the type of site you are creating, if you are an entrepreneur and you are starting a business, basic site, go for minimum package. Don't go for advanced package. There may be some requirements in the packages that you may not even use them. But if you are a business, you are established business, you're doing big business like e-commerce and other stuff, digital marketing and network marketing and other investment, go for higher packages with higher securities, cloud hosting, and it will help you. We'll come back to treat that on our next videos, how to purchase a hosting and which page hosting should I go for, which package is good for my business. These are fundamentals to know about hosting and domain. They have expiring period, so don't think your hosting or your domain is there forever. They can expire based on the period you purchase. So keep on checking, keep on being with your developer, always checking when your domain or your hosting will expire so that we can renew it to avoid deletion. When your hosting expires, the company will give you a grace period. After the grace period, and if still not renew it, they will delete your hosting, and the domain will be available for sale. And once they delete the hosting or the hosting expire, the website cannot be accessed. So continue to check on that. So thank you very much for staying with us. These are fundamentals about web hosting and domain. These are basics for you to know. And I think now you understand what is a hosting, what is a domain, just to give you the fundamentals about web hosting and domain. On our next video, we are going to treat how to buy domain, which domain should I go for, how to buy hosting, which package should I go for. Stay with us and don't go away. Share this video to others, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, MTS World, for more updates. Papa Polo is our featured business today. It's a featured business today and featured brand today. Contact Papa Polo on 0501355592, both on WhatsApp and call, for your quality polo brands, watches, perfumes, and other product from Papa Polo. Papa Polo is ready to serve you. It's nationwide delivery and same day delivery within Accra. Stay with us, don't go away. Watch our next episode from next video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Have a nice weekend and enjoy your business. Thank you and bye bye.